is a death that doesn't end a life, it births it. A holy execution, a sacred crucifixion, not with nails and blood, but with surrender and fire. Because the path to becoming like Jesus, it's not paved with applause. It is stained with tears, not the tears of loss, but of letting go. And so, let me ask you, what in you still refuses to die? You say, I want to become like Christ, but the flesh still rules your tone. Pride still shapes your decisions. Bitterness still owns your memory. And comfort still directs your schedule. But you cannot carry resurrection life until you embrace crucifixion death. The author makes it clear, until self is dethroned, Jesus cannot reign. This is why Jesus said, if anyone would come after me, let him deny himself, take up his cross daily and follow me. Deny himself, not admire Jesus, not quote him, not post about him, but die to every competing lord within. Because the enemy of Christ within you is not just sin, it is self. That old nature, ambitious, defensive, proud, needing recognition. That subtle tyrant who wants the throne of your soul. That voice that says, my will, my way, my comfort. It must die, today and every day. Say this, Lord, I lay me down, not partially, not poetically. I lay the real me, my rights, my desires, my brilliance on the altar. Kill what resists you, burn what refuses to yield. Let only Christ rise. This is not symbolic, this is spiritual war. Because becoming like Jesus isn't about memorizing his words, it's about carrying his death in your body. Paul cried, I die daily, not because he loved pain, but because only through death could true life flow. He understood what the author teaches. Crucifixion precedes coronation. Death precedes dominion. The cross precedes the crown. We are not called to be Christian celebrities. We are called to be living sacrifices. And the sacrifice has no agenda, no entitlement, no preference. It only burns. Catherine Kuhlman, that mighty woman of fire, once said, I can tell you the exact moment Catherine Kuhlman died. She was not referencing her physical death. She meant the moment she gave up the right to be great in the eyes of men. She died and the Holy Spirit took over. So I ask you now, what must die in you before the Holy Spirit can live fully in you? Is it ego? Is it bitterness? Is it the addiction to being seen? Is it the fear of being forgotten? Is it the desire to impress rather than obey? Because Christ cannot rise in his soul where self still sits on the throne. Even Jesus, though perfect, submitted to death. He did not cling to his rights. He did not defend his innocence. He did not resist the cup. He drank it. He embraced it. He said, not my will but yours. And now he calls you to do the same. This is why the author calls it the death that births the life. Because the world doesn't need more gifted Christians. It needs more dead ones. Dead to ambition, dead to pride, dead to flesh, but alive to God. This is how Jesus lived. Always surrendered, always yielded, always crucified, even before the nails. And so must you. Say this now. Crucify me, Lord. Kill every seed of self. Let my reactions die. Let my agenda die. Let the need to be known die. Let me be forgotten if only Christ can be remembered in me. This death is not weakness, it is power. This death is not loss, it is gain. This death is not silence, it is the sound of the Spirit taking over. And here is the mystery. When you die like Jesus, you begin to live like Him, with wisdom beyond your years, with purity that cannot be corrupted, with humility that disarms hell, with love that melts the hardest hearts. Because a crucified man can no longer be manipulated. He cannot be offended. He cannot be bribed. He cannot be bought. He is dangerous to the kingdom of darkness because he walks in resurrection power. That's why demons screamed when Jesus stepped into the synagogue. It wasn't just his authority, it was its death-born purity. Hell trembles at a crucified believer because such a one cannot be controlled by flesh, fame, or fear. Smith Wigglesworth once said, "If the Holy Spirit doesn't move, I move him." But what gave him such boldness? He was a dead man walking, dead to the world, alive to God. And so I say to you today, die. Let your will be pierced. Let your control be crucified. Let your narrative be nailed. Because only when you die can Christ be formed in you. That's the pathway. That's the pattern. That's the power. You want to walk like Jesus? Then die like Him. Every day, in every decision, in every ambition. And when you do, you won't need to announce your transformation. Your life will burn, and that fire will speak louder than your words. Let this be your final decree today. I embrace the cross, not once, but always. I will die daily, so Christ may live fully. I choose the altar over the stage, the fire over fame, obedience over opinion, Jesus over me. This is the death that births the life.